Hello again, I'm Tripp Rogers, and this is Tripp's Take, a story that has been in sports media for about a week. It has raised a lot of eyebrows and once again calls into question the integrity of a female sports reporter. You know, I'm referring to the New England Patriots coach Mike Vrabel and NFL insider for The Athletic, Diana Russini. Now, first of all, I have crossed paths with Diana many times. She is a hardworking reporter, and I will take what she says at face value. I will take that. She is married to someone, and Mike Vrabel's married to someone too. They said there were other people involved, and they just focused on the two of them together because of who they were. And I'll buy that. I will buy that. But the other part of the problem here is that anytime you have something like this that comes out, we are a tabloid society. And unfortunately, the damage to Russini's reputation is going to be great because every time she breaks a story now, they're going to question how she got the story. And again, it's one of those things that, and it doesn't matter whether you're male or female, when you are close to a sport and you're close to an athlete, I mean, they are going to call into question what you do, how you do it, that type of thing. And it's not something that is going to go away. Again, both of them have denied anything was going on, anything has happened in the past. The two are just good friends. And I'll buy that. The problem is it really kind of, it really calls into question other female sports reporters, most so for the females and the males, because I'm sure the opposite way works in terms of male reporters covering female athletes. And I'm sure there are some, Nancy Lopez, if you remember, was married to a sportscaster from Cincinnati. And I don't recall there being a huge buzz about that. And it didn't, reflect his ability to cover sports. Because again, I guess sports is more of a male dominated thing, and females are few and far between, and very good females in the media are few and far between. But the thing about it is that this is something as our tabloid society that is never gonna go away. I say this because if you remember, CBS golf reporter and CBS sports reporter, sideline reporter, Amanda Balionis last year was linked to Rory McIlroy when he was having marital difficulties. So every story was about the two of them, and supposedly they were carrying on. Well, that story has gone away. Rory's back with his wife, but every time the two are together, there is always going to be questions, and people are going to watch, and they're going to see things perhaps they may not. The thing about this whole story is I thought Craig Carton, who does afternoons on WFAN, and is somebody who I've crossed paths with and have worked with in the past, and he had a great take on this. He said, the problem with this story is it cheapens the legacy and calls into question the integrity of every other female sports reporter. Tracy Wolfson, although there has been nothing said about Tracy, and she talks about her family on Instagram all the time, calls that into question. It just you kind of wonder. And unfortunately, with Diana Russini, again, who I enjoy her columns in The Athletic, every time I see one now or I see a scoop attributed to her, you kind of wonder, how did she get it? Again, she's denied everything. So is Vrabel. I don't know if there's anything going on, but again, this is not going to go away. And that's the sad part. And maybe it's a double standard that women have covering male sports. And that's going to do it for this edition of Tripp's Take for April the 9th, 2026. Oh, boy. It's been a while since we've gotten together. Of course, if you have any questions or comments on Tripp Take, all you have to do is email me, trippstake@gmail.com. Give a listen to WTRSradio.com for the greatest hits of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. You can hear us on Live365.com, and now we're available on the TuneIn Radio app and also on other streaming services like Apple Music. Just search for WTRSradio.com. I'll be back with you again at some point in the near future when I have something to say. Thank you for joining me. For now, Tripp Rogers. Make it a great one.